the message is that we have a president who is unfit to be in office. Not in 2027. He is unfit to be in office now. And if you have the constitutional means for his removal, the job should be done now, not in 2027. And this is a call to action for all Kenyans to do everything possible to ensure that we don't have a rogue president and that we don't have a bandit government, and that will be decided at the ballot. But if the Kenyans choose, it can also be done by other justifiable means, which, if you have read the law well and jurisprudence well, when there is an injustice and terror, you cannot wait for the ballot. And the law also says if you are attacked in your house, you defend yourself before you go to see a policeman. So this time, we are warning Kenyans that the time to deal with that rogue presidency is not 2027, it's actually now. The questions. I also want to join in by saying the president must be called to order. And quite rightly, as stated by Senator Godfrey Ososi, the grounds of impeachment normally include gross violation of the law and violation of the Constitution. The Constitution on leadership and integrity requires that state officers, which include the president, must conduct themselves in a manner that brings honor to the nation and dignity to the office that state officer occupies. In the articles that relate to the freedom of expression, our Constitution frowns on acts of hate speech, and a lot of what the president talked about, the verbal diarrhea on his part, I think can be described as hate speech. And the Constitution also frowns on incitement and vilification of others. And this applies to him particularly because Article 131 of the Constitution requires of him to promote constitutional values and principles, and that he should bring about unity in the country. So those utterances on his part, and we have not taken an oath like the president. Gachaga has not taken an oath, but the president has taken an oath to defend and protect the Constitution. So his utterances constitute an abomination. And if we were in a society where the leadership, particularly in the assemblies, including the parliament, I agree with Godfrey Ososi that the only way the president can be called to order is by impeachment or a sanction by way of a resolution in parliament. And we have precedent for those kind of infractions of the law. So he must be called to order. The president cannot climb from the high office which he occupies and come down to have violent exchanges, verbal exchanges, which do not bring honor to the Republic of Kenya. And I think all the presidents we've had have had their low times in terms of what they said, but I think this yesterday, some of the utterances, if you have great statesmen like Mboya and Masinde Mulero, Ngala, they'll be turning on their graves that what is this person we have created to occupy that high office of the President of the Republic of Kenya.
I want to talk about what's currently happening, especially yesterday, the conduct and becoming of our leaders, leaders who are at the apex of leadership in this country, what example are they trying to show those who are coming after them? Must leadership just be full of goonism, violence, insults? As young leaders, we want to condemn the conduct and becoming of the leaders, especially at the presidency level. We don't expect the President of the Republic of Kenya to behave in a way that he behaved yesterday. The moment you get annoyed as a president, what decisions will you make? And those decisions, your guess is as good as mine, that it can lead to chaos. And therefore you must conduct yourself in a manner that is protecting the image of that office, because it is no longer you as an individual, but it is the office that you hold.
I also want to pick up on what Honorable Babu said regarding the conduct of our leaders. I want to remind President William Ruto that he took the oath to uphold the Constitution of Kenya. And some of the utterances that he has made for the past few days do not portray a leader who is supposed to be the president of Kenya. In fact, I want to remind President William Ruto that his utterances actually border on misconduct, which is a ground for impeachment of the president of Kenya. We want a president that will unite this country, a president that respects the Constitution, and a president that respects alternative opinion, so that we can have a strong country. Thank you very much.
Just 2 comments from me.
About discipline. Discipline, that's my work. And I'm telling Kipchumba, kamata bwana hawa watu. Kwani usikamate Ruto? Kamata yeye. Why are they doing that? He wanted to arrest somebody else recently. Sasa kamate president. Si anatukana watu matusi mbaya mbaya. We William, wache hiyo mambo bwana. We ni president. We have to tell you. We ni mwenzetu. We know you very well. Wengine hawakujui, si tunakujua. Na wasicheze. We don't want our kids to come out the way things are happening. Insults everywhere from our leaders. William, wache hiyo mchezo bwana. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Dr. Brian Lishenga. I would like to address matters concerning the health sector. First, we condemn the attempts for hostile takeover of Nairobi Hospital. This is a private institution, and therefore we condemn any attempts by any individuals using state resources to take over the Nairobi Hospital. The Nairobi Hospital is long established. It has its proper structures. They should be respected. We also condemn the arrest of senior doctors by the government on allegations that have no heads or tails, and we call immediately for the release of Dr. Obwao and the colleagues, and we ask that the state gets its hands off the health sector. The correct focus of the state should be on the rundown public health system, the hospitals that are not being paid, the patients that are not being supported. So we would like to condemn these actions and call for the government to retain its focus on strengthening the rundown social health authority. Thank you very much.